back. So going back to it, investigating this new mystery in this world of horrors. Resting the unknown horror was taking its toll on your health. Weekend, you finally succumb to your injuries. Alone, as the dust settles upon your open eyes, reality starts to crumble. Old God's rage returned once more. Oh, I guess that was just gonna get me killed. That kind of blows.
Yeah, your stamina kind of dropped below 0, and I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But this game has kind of like a roguelike element, doesn't it? Or roguelite.
I believe so, because it looks like a lot of the items and the inventory stuff that you have comes back to that you can use later. So we'll go one more mystery on this.
So, I mean, some deaths are to be expected.
I was gonna say some deaths are gonna be expected based upon the story.
Does quick play just throw you into a randomized thing or something?
So a quick play throws you through. The option will start a new playthrough, randomly selecting the character and old gods and backgrounds and more. For an extracurricular, you play as the same a person going through doing all the investigations, which we'll do that one once more, but we're gonna investigate elsewhere. And the other one is like a predetermined storyline, so everything is there without the exploration portion of it. So, since if you've caught up at this point with the last two videos, or the last two section, we're just gonna rush through this intro because it'll play it every time. Oh, the Eternal Web. Kithakatorisu is once again awakened from its slumber. Blinded by its impossible to satisfy hunger, it has started to tear down the walls of its cocoon prison. Stop it before it devours us all.
Sounds like a pleasant fellow.
Yeah, it could be pleasant. Okay, apparently we could escape for combat encounters, but we can't do that no more. Back to the house. Mailbox is empty. Let's start a new mystery. Oh, these are different. So this is the same one we did last time, back on the second video. But
they showed that you had one at the endings, and there's another one.
Yep, there's a second I need to do. A rotten report of rancid ramen. Sorrow sack of the Moonlit Sailors. Curious case of contagious coma. Let's go with the abnormal arms because we didn't get a chance to do that earlier. Alright, I guess the first thing we gotta go is downtown. And we'll investigate that shop. It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in fantastic and unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. You can run away in terror, confront the stranger. You know what? Let's get gutsy. Let's confront this stranger. So, a priest from the nearby temple asks what you were doing. When you can't make up a lie, you are thrown out.
That didn't go well.
We can go to the apartments and investigate the arts, or we can talk to a good neighbor. Apparently, it causes Doom to do the cool neighbor action, so we'll just investigate the apartments. While looking around the ransacked room of your recently deceased friend, you discover a half-finished painting of a woman. Her skin a ghastly pale yellow color. Seeing this disturbing to look at, as disturbing, you struggle to look at it. Well, let's charisma check mode. Intimidated by the unsettling pain, you're haunted by nightmares. Now we have 2% due. So, I guess investigate the hospital location twice to complete this quest. There's the seaside. There's the hospital. Investigate the consulting room. Walking through the crowd is someone who bumps into you and quickly apologizes. stole your wallet. You quickly grab their arm and they drop it before disappearing in the crowd. Taking my money. I guess we can investigate a second time.
I was gonna say, I wonder if there's any advantage to investigating areas that aren't circled.
You know what? Let's try that. Let's go to...
Or a way to, like, if you go to your apartment or whatever, you can, like, rest and recover, maybe? I don't know. There's got to be a way to, like, drop that... Well, let me rephrase. There's got to be a reason why Doom accumulates so slowly.
Yeah.
It gives you more time.
So let's travel to somewhere where they're not wanting us to go, like this forest. Frantic organism burrows under the bark, unduly slowly. I needed a steak knife and I needed
steak knife when we needed it.
Investigate it. Spark is flabby and sticky. It makes you recoil horror. Well, that forest is a bust. I wonder, speaking of steak knife, let's see if we go back to the school. We might be able to find the steak knife in there. Yeah! Getting access to the student database would certainly speed up your investigation, but the receptionist would never allow it. If there was only a way to make her go away for a while. I needed an ally. Kazumi Nakawa. Let's have a nice college chat. Failure. You weren't able to convince the receptionist to let you access the database, and it has been a waste of time. There's 2% more due. Wait, does that mean I can get my gang back together again? I could totally do that. Observe. Haru is taking his pen apart and putting it back together over and over. They seem relaxed. Akito is reading from a horror manga without spirals, and they look fine. Shiro waves at you, and they look fine. Time to tell everyone a creepy story. And now let's see if with that creepy story they'll join me. Huh. Well, let's leave this place.
Easily swayed.
Whoa, that story sounds too creepy. You know what? Let's just go deal with this. Let's talk to this good neighbor. You knock on your friend's door and wait. I'm really busy today. Let's hang out some other time, okay? All right. Let's investigate the apartments.
You got enough for a darkest dungeon run.
Which that's a fun game, and I should stream at some point too. Loud knocking wakes you up in the middle of the night. Open up! Shouts the deep voice from behind the door. I know you're there. We could just call the police. Get closer to the door and ask what's the matter. Good. Dexterity check failure. Before you can answer, the door's letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. You lurch back in shock. The man sees you and tries to get Ed in, screaming curses the whole time. A neighbor calls the police and the attacker escapes from your apartment building. Guess we should have just called the police. You should intervene in neighbors. Maybe you'll discover something the police missed. Well, I got 10% Doom. Is this enough Doom to talk to you, sir? No? Alright. Well,
let's check the hospital again.
Yeah, let's go to the hospital. To the waiting room. You enter the hospital looking for information about a certain patient. The main corridor is dark and strangely empty. You spot a nurse from the registration booth. She's asleep from exhaustion. Set her trash can on fire. What is with this? You know what? He's got a nice, tired... Let's just sneak past her. Sanity check success. You've managed to sneak past her and rummage through the cabinet. Finally, you locate the information you were looking for. Sim experience. Anatomical Museum archive displays a specimen with elongated arms and jellyfish bones. Alright. And that is solved.
The question is, what do you get for completing that quest?
-1 reasoning for what I understand.
Can you click on where it says solved or something?
Yep. But it does nothing. What? can't investigate my house, but I can rest here. Resting at home. You take a long hot shower. Phone your best friend to talk about unrelated stuff, plus do stand a reason. Time flies by so fast, you prepared yourself to even continue along your long investigation.
So you can recover.
Yeah, but every time you recover, because you can't investigate your home.
Right.
But every time you recover, you lose time, and time equals doom.
Yep. But you're only at 16%, so...
Only so much doom, yeah. So let's see what else we can do here. I guess we could... We can't really do anything with the neighbor until we have enough doom to deal with that. So... Let's shop for items? Oh, look at this. It's a doggo. No black art goods. Surprise discount item? What's the surprise discount item? Blue gem. Important. I don't know what this item is, but it's important. It vibrates slightly in your hand. Well, that happened.
It's the vibrating blue gem of coldness. +1.
+1. Maybe now we have enough doom to do this. It's at 20%. Or we can just investigate the regular apartments again. Whoa! A woman jumps out of her apartment covered in gore. Between sobs, that she tries to explain what happened. She was taking a shower, and suddenly the shower head started spraying blood. A trail of blood leads into the dark apartment. You can either calm her down or check the bathroom. Personally, I'm going to calm her down. Success. No one sniffs and smiles weakly. You feel like you've prevented something awful. +4 to my reason. One neighbor is complaining about missing underwear. I still can't do anything with that apartment. Well, continue investigating these apartments. Not wanting to wait for an elevator, you decide to take the rarely used stairs. You suddenly trip, but grabbing the rail at the last second when you get up to inspect what caused you to trip, you freeze in terror. It is slowly standing. Yeah! So... I can't punch a ghost.
Is there an escape option?
I was told there's a spell, which there's no active ritual. If I can't do support actions, here we go. I can look for an improvised weapon. Ask my ally to distract the enemy. Combat skill. Lowers your experience by 5 and raises your chance to hit by 10 for the rest of the zone. Alright. That is... something. Spiritual actions. Clap. Part of ritual. Most combat rituals are combinations of 5 outs and claps. If you don't get it right, you'll be provided with it. Dude.
Give him a hand.
Clap, clap, pray. Oh, bow. That's the one. Bow, bow, clap. Let's see what that does. Twisted corpse bites you. Nothing happens. You think you got 2 ritual moves right. So there's probably clapping. Sever their ties to our world. Deals 2 damage and no weapon. So let's go. Bow, then clap, clap, bow. And then another clap. Nope. I got 2 of these rituals, right? That can't be good. What about defensive? Alright, because I can't avoid encounters with this right now. Meditate. Brace for impact and dodge. Okay. So these are our offensive attacks, so we're going to have to use our spirit. Now I'm going to give him a hand. Nothing happened. You think you got 4 moves, ritual moves right. So I can tell you right now, 4 of these are collapse, but 1 of them is not. So that's what I need to figure out where to go from here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. I got 3 moves right. So the first one's got to be a clap. I guess we'll try on an trial and error this.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Oh wow, that's a frustrating battle system, though.
Well, I'm fighting a ghost. That's my problem there. Or
You are also almost completely out of reason.
yeah, I'm gonna. I guess we can go home and try to recover our reason somehow. Rest. And continue. Yep, got some reason back. So, door doesn't do anything. Clicking around, I'm hoping that things happen, but it doesn't. Alright, so I guess we have to continue investigating these apartments. More apartments being investigated. Excuse me, do you have a moment to talk about our real Lord and Savior? The day of reckoning is coming, says the voice on the other side of his line. You definitely don't like the way this man on the other side of his line put an accent on real. Hello? Are you still there? I guess listen to his spiel. That was a terrible idea. You learn some useful bits of information about your nemesis. However, if everything the man says was the truth, humanity is doomed. And now,
Interesting, though.
almost out of reason.
Well, the doom counter went down a little bit.
Ah. Let's check the building for more clues. Go investigate the fire escape. Feeling like you're on the brink of losing your mind, you decide to visit your parents, old friend, Father Yasugi. Hey, kiddo, says the priest who's currently moving some boxes in and out of the church building. Could you lend me a hand? He seems cool. Let's lift the heaviest box, because we're dubbed that way. Lifting the box, you feel your back cracking, but you manage to get it all over with relatively quickly. Afterwards, Father Yasugi invites you inside for a cup of hot tea and home-baked cookies made by one of their parishioners. You explain your situation to him. The priest listens, letting you vent all your doubts and your anxiety. Plus 3 reason. -1's down. I guess
Not
that
a
works
bad
out.
trade.
Target location, investigate the boiler room. Every room is connected by vents coming from this unused boiler room. Could it be? Yeah, it probably is. You enter the dark boiler room and trip over pipe. Cursing, you find a light switch and gasp in horror. It's not a pipe at all. It's a long, rubbery arm coiling around the room and ending in a ventilation shaft. Coming closer, you can smell something vile and rotten. And we're gonna look in the vents. Whoa! And that is not a good looking person. You almost fall to the ground when you see the wide open stare of the dead pervert. His elongated limbs stretching and disappearing in the dense darkness. Inside his mouth, you find a tiny key.
Because, when I come across this scene, the very first thing I do is,
Look in their mouth?
search their mouth.
Like a sane person, let's just look what's inside there.
Not at all, like, call the cops. Or...
Yeah, or, you know, talk to anybody else. Yeah, let's see what I can do from here.
Then again, I also don't applaud zombies.
No. But I did it.
And
After the police arrive, the whole building is was searched. Following the arms, detectives find a body of a man stuck in a ventilation shaft. Later, he is identified as the building's caretaker. In his closet, the police find pieces of underwear and voyeur photos of the tenants. Ew, gross. You were questioned thoroughly and eventually released as the murder case is being covered up as a case of an unfortunate gas leak. Alarming accounts of abnormal arms ending A. Rewards for solving this mystery, these things. Time passes for 1 day. And the old guards stir again. Roads closed. The roads leading out of town were closed by the police. You have to find a new way out. I don't even recall us trying to leave town, but we've never gone to the lighthouse. Let's go there. The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. I'm feeling paranoid at this moment. Should we just like dum-dums go in there and enter the creepy lighthouse?
Yeah, I'm here for support. It's your choice.
Ha! Multiple padlocks prevent you from entering the building. You need 5 keys.
You got this?
No, I don't. I only have 1 key. The math says I need more keys.
Like scale the wall.
Scale the sheen wall of a lighthouse with no rope.
You heard me.
Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. No, you're currently investigating. You're not currently investigating any weird mysteries. All right. But I am going to stop the stream for here. So that was 3 attempts at this game, World of Horror. Thank you, Keibai, and thank you, audience, for catching up with me and keeping an eye on this. And you know what? I think we made it pretty well throughout this game. So like, subscribe, and follow, and we'll see you guys again next time. Thanks for watching.